شرفنا اليوم الباحث عبدالعال عبدالرحيم عبدالعال, السيد who will present to us today new insights into the influence of the psychological and physically somatic aspects throughout the human new languages acquisition process.
Oh, thank you. Thank you to all. Hello, doctor.
I'm doing great, thank you. First of all, of course, I need you to introduce the main aspects of your study, the objective of your study, and define the reason behind selecting this topic specifically to write down your research.
All right. First of all, I'm greatly honored to be here today, presenting something really crucial for all of us. It's in the MENA, which is Middle East and North Africa. It's something related to psychology, linguistics, and somatic aspects. For the first time in the history of linguistics, it comes the time to handle and deal with the problems that we face as Middle Easterns in our efforts and pursuit of learning and mastering any foreign language. So the headline and the title of my research is Psychosomatic Linguistics Approach. The thesis started with something that has to do with we have all been learning and studying the English language for more than at least 12 years. And we all agree. Either in national schools, international schools, either in public even schools. But when it comes to even professional educators and learners and teachers, they face something that has just happened right now and happens every single moment when we are faced with using the language to interact with others. It's not just about vocabulary, and we know that. It's not just about grammar, and we all know that. But my research is mainly focused on our psychology and our physical relationship with the language. That, as you see me right now, everybody, using my body language to express. So it's all about mixing and mentioning the major factors that can change the history and rebuild the strategies of teaching and learning and using any foreign language in Egypt and in the Middle Eastern world for us.
Okay, now let's specify the question. Using psychology in your teaching method as an instructor, how did you use it specifically in your class, or how did you train other teachers to follow this strategy during teaching students?
Yeah, definitely, yes. Psychology in this aspect, when we talk about psychology, which is a part of the thesis, it's all about the psychological anxiety that we feel when we learn or use the language, that we feel nervous sometimes, we feel not really in the mood for using the language, and oftentimes people feel like they forgot words, vocabulary, but the real fact is that they did not forget it. All of this stored in their minds and their brains, but when it comes to them, it's all about how you feel. It's all about how you use the language. The language is something related to your feelings. Like if you do not fight the fear of speaking, if you do not fight the fear of making mistakes, if you do not fight the fear of not looking like foreigners or Native American speakers, you will be haunted with this ghost for the rest of your life. Whenever you learn a language, you will come to stumble upon the fact that if you fear it, you will never master it. So if you want to master it, pay severe, crucial attention to how you feel when you speak and when you use the language. As we all know, like Charles Darwin mentioned in his one of his theories, he said that man has an instinctive tendency to speak like what we see in the babble of a baby child. It means that humans learn to speak before they learn to read and write. Humans learn to speak before they learn to read and write. They become
Very
professional speakers. So in psychology, monitor your feelings before you venture into speaking. If you feel awkward, please do not speak. Use your mother language or stay aside.
Very impressive.
If,
So,
yeah.
sorry for interrupting you. One of the most critical sentences you have already said now, if you fear it, you will never master
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, definitely,
Now,
yes.
from this sentence, let's move to your recommendations for other researchers who are going to follow your very important study. What were your recommendations out of your research?
All right. So my recommendations for my fellow researchers here, my recommendations for owners of schools and even educators, teachers, coordinators, supervisors, or whomever who has to do with teaching the English language or any other language in Egypt, is that please focus upon improving 3 factors in your style of using the language, which will reflect upon the learners themselves when they see you as role models for them. The 3 factors are, number 1, your body language. Use your body as much as possible when you express your ideas. Number 2, your feelings. Your feelings. Feel free to speak and use the language, and encourage others to feel free to speak and use the language without any hesitation. And you'll be, professionals in the journey. Proficiency is a journey, not a destination. It's not that you start learning and you will become professional. This will never happen. But it's a
Doctor,
journey.
can we just stick to only 5 recommendations just to improve? I know you
I said,
have more
I said
to
2.
say. I know this.
I said 2. I said 2. I see 2 of them, the body language and the psychological aspect. Number 3, it's not 5. I'm going to mention just 3. Just 3 parts. Monitor how you daily use the language and encourage others to use it with you. Maybe you'll be somebody who will change the way we use the language in the Middle East and no more. That's it.
Thank you so much for your effort and your
Honored.
great experience.
Honored. Thank you all.
You're most
Honored.
welcome.
Thank you.